Hi, this is Miss Pam, and we're doing food chains today. So, food chains, what are they? Food chain is something that does what? What do you think? A food chain is us, for instance. We are at the top of the food chain. What do we eat? We eat meat. Let's say that we are having a steak for dinner. A steak comes from what? A cow. So, we eat the cow, we eat the steak, and what does the cow eat? The cow eats grass. So that is a food chain. All of us come in the food chain from one thing, and that is the sun. The sun is what nourishes the grasses. It provides food for us. It is our lifesaver. So today we're going to do some fun food chains. And the food chains we're going to do, there's two of them. You can either draw the drawing that I've done, or you can do one with pictures. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what a food chain can be in a pond. So in a pond, it's a freshwater pond. Let's say it's a Maine pond. And so let's say that the top of the food chain is a bird. Could be a hawk. And the hawk comes down, and what do you think the hawk eats? The hawk can eat a turtle. I know it's hard, but probably he can break it with his beak. He can eat a turtle, a frog, something that's on the top of the water, or he can dive in and he spears it with his beak. Okay, so the beak. So then a shrimp. Believe it or not, there are shrimp in Maine ponds. They're just freshwater shrimp. Okay, and so what do the shrimp eat? The shrimp eat something that's in the bottom of the water on the ground. Could be a plant. It could be some plankton. That sort of thing. Okay, so let's take another one. Okay, this one's a little bit more detailed. An osprey, again a bird, comes down and he spears different kinds of fish, and it has to be a fish that he can dive into. So the pike, a perch, a minnow, a freshwater shrimp. Okay, let me show you the one that I've done, and that's this one. Okay, I'm also going to send you a picture. Miss Jen is going to give it to you. The thing that we start with every time is going to be a sun, and we all eat the sun. Okay, so this is mine, and you can see that I start with a duck, and that duck is a loon, and the duck is eating a fish. The fish is eating a smaller fish, and in my case, I'm having the little fish eat a mosquito or a fly. Okay, and if I hold that up, you can see that the mosquito and other animals go down and eat what's on the ground on the bottom of the water of the pond. Okay, so that's a very simple one. All right. You can do this one, which I will send you a picture of, or one that I found that I've done in the past is I take a piece of green paper like this. It's construction paper. I just cut it off. Okay, and what I do is I put at the top the food chain. So I get pictures off the internet or magazines or whatever you can find. A lot of people have drawn them. So if I was going to do one for my pond that I just showed you, I might start up here. I could start with a duck or a hawk or another bird, and I would just get a picture and I would glue it, or I could put it on with tape, which I've done before. So you put the tape on, so you have your bird or whatever you're doing at the top, and then you could put a fish on, you could put a frog on, then you could go down at the same way. So you just cut out pictures and put them on, and that's a food chain. All right, looks more like a chain than my picture probably, but I like this. I like this thing here. Okay, so how do we exist? We exist because we have these food chains. And if we didn't have oxygen, we wouldn't have animals, we wouldn't have plants. So it's all in an order. And how many of you have seen The Lion King? The movie The Lion King. And it shows you that we're all in a circle of life. And that's what we're talking about here. So let's talk about what we saw at The Lion King. We saw in The Lion King, we saw the top beast, the king, Mustafa. And that was the top of the food chain is our lion. Okay? What do lions eat? They go after zebra. They go after other animals that size. It could be a wildebeest. It could be an antelope. It could be a giraffe. But lions can catch those. Okay. So then, if you catch one of those, and what do one of those eat? So it depends on the animal what it is. But most of those other animals eat trees off the funky acacia trees. I call them acacia. I don't know how to say them. But they also eat a lot of the grasses on the savanna. So that's another one to do. So if you wanted to do another one, you could do another one like this and draw pictures or cut them out and put them on a food chain like this. Okay? So another one I really like to do, and this is the one that I've done in the past with kids. So take a polar bear, and you make a big face of a polar bear, but you're going to put the teeth around the outside, so it's a mouth. So what does the polar bear eat? A polar bear eats seals. So then I would put a seal, a little tiny seal made out of construction paper. And again, I would put, open the mouth. And in the mouth of that one, I could either put a fish or a squid. Okay, so those will give you some idea of what a food chain is. And thank you for listening. I will send this with Miss Jen, and enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.